in this video, we are going to cover how to 10x your product range and revenue without having to go and source new suppliers. And I'm here with Ian Smith of Evolve Media. We're going to do 4 tips to do that. So quick overview. What we're going to be talking about today is you already have a product that's successful on Amazon and you want to add more products. That means you have a manufacturer and your manufacturer probably has other products. So you're going to approach them, talk to them, and see what else they have in their catalog. This gives you the ability to negotiate, and because you already have this relationship, they're going to want to help you move more of their product. So we're going to go through a few tips now of how you can get the most value out of doing this. And our first tip is going to be over with Ian.
Hey, thanks, John. And thanks for having me on your channel. So first tip is going to be to talk to your current manufacturer and see what kind of seasonal products could you potentially launch. You know, like if it's Mother's Day around the corner and you want to potentially get a product that would be great for moms, or maybe it's fall season coming up, autumn, and there's Halloween and there's Thanksgiving and there's Christmas and all that kind of stuff. Figure out what kind of products in their catalog could make great gifts or could just relate fully within the holiday season that's coming up. You know, Q4, you need to be thinking about that a lot sooner in the year rather than Q4. You know, Q2, maybe beginning part of Q3 would be the best time to be talking with them, testing their products, you know, looking at samples, and then thinking about placing your first inventory order. So any kind of seasonal product that you can think of would maybe be a good and quick and easy way to dip your toe in the water with another product of theirs to launch.
Awesome. Great tip. Tip 2 would be to negotiate smaller MOQs. So because you've already got this relationship, you might be able to go with basically a 0 MOQ. You might get amazing payment terms. The supplier may, even in the past, I've heard of suppliers giving free product to clients. So, you know, this is the time when you go through their catalog and say, I like all of these products. If I was to take this many SKUs, is there an MOQ on that? Or can you just box it up and basically send me whatever I want?
Awesome. Yeah, I like that idea. And this is a good idea for when you're just trying to easily launch other color variations, other scents, other flavors, you know, depending on what you're selling. But if you don't have to order a big batch of inventory because you've got that trust and relationship established, then it could be a lot easier for you to expand the variations that you have and launch a whole bunch of child ASINs on that same listing because you've already got the reviews, you've already got the rankings. So having just more color variations, for example, could be an easy way to expand your product line, expand your revenue, and overall rank higher potentially.
Love it. Yeah, really, really cool.
All right, so tip 3 is to collaborate and to potentially co-brand with an influencer. If you see that there is an influencer on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and you think that there's potential there for you to somewhat private label, somewhat just have her promote, maybe you do a profit share deal with her or him, right? Let's say it's an athletic influencer and they've got a whole audience of people that love to work out and get fit and get active outside, right? So you go to your manufacturer and you look at their catalog and you see what kind of products do they offer that you could potentially slap a new label on and start working with that influencer and do a 50-50 net profit share with them or something like that. Maybe you give them 60% and you take 40% because they're going to be doing all the promotion and you'll just handle buying the inventory and getting the Amazon listing created, you know, whatever the deal is. But maybe you look at the manufacturer's catalog first, and then you go and find influencers based on who you think would be a good fit with the products in that catalog.
Yeah, that's an amazing tip. And we actually had a similar experience back in 2018-19. We had a viral product. We sold weighted blankets back in the day before a million sellers came in and the whole market got diluted. And we got approached by Dermalogica, that big skincare brand. And they bought wholesale off us a couple of times, I think like about 50 grand's worth of inventory. And yeah, that's literally what we did. Slap their label on it, send it to them, and they used it for giveaways and promotions, I think, at the time.
Yeah, and it could actually be even as easy as what you said, where it's just slapping a new label. Like maybe you're selling protein bars and you want to just slap a new package on it, change the packaging, put the influencer's name on that packaging. You know, you go and you sign an agreement with that influencer, then you go back and you design that packaging, and then you get some inventory over to Amazon and that influencer starts promoting it, and boom, now you guys both win because influencers love to monetize their audience in many different ways. So they're probably looking for ways to to have ownership over what they're actually promoting and not just do an affiliate deal, they may want to actually take some pride in that product. And so it really could be a win-win.
Yeah, I love that idea. And in general, I don't know about you, but the influencers that I've connected with, they're not necessarily business people. So there's a reason for them to partner with you. Entrepreneurs may go, why would anyone want to do that? And then when you talk to influencers, you realize like the business behind their influence is not necessarily what you imagined. And that's a really, really good tip.
Yeah, and sometimes communication with them can be challenging because, again, they're not super business oriented. Maybe they're creatives. Maybe they just like creating content. Maybe they have a lot of brands coming at them. So you do need to kind of shotgun approach it where you talk to 50 to 100 influencers at one time and you kind of narrow things down. You find that really good one fit. And then maybe you go to your manufacturer's catalog and you see what kind of products they would be most interested in promoting, because they have to be somewhat passionate about the product in order to do their best job with creating content around that product. And then all that content that they create could be then used on the listing to increase the conversion rate.
Love it. And that's why Ian's so great. He mixes influencer with businessman.
Thanks, John. So yeah, just real quick, let me just tell you, if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Ian Smith with Evolve Media, and we basically create content for Amazon sellers' listings, mostly photo content, video content, copywriting content. So we take a lot of Amazon sellers' conversion rates from here and we bring them up, and that really influences better PPC ROASs, ACOSs. Everything just works a whole lot better when you have as high of a conversion rate as possible. When you're trying to launch a new product, don't launch with mediocre content. Launch with the best quality content that you have, because the honeymoon period is real. And the better your conversion rate can be during that honeymoon period, the better you're going to rank faster, you're going to rank higher, your PPC ad spend is going to go a whole lot further, and everything's just going to work a whole lot better when you have really good content. So real quick, if you want to actually get free access to our Amazon listing checklist or our organic ranking ebook, then head over to amzchecklist.com. You can opt in, you can get free access to those PDF downloads, and it'll really help you take your listings to the next level.
Love it. And if you don't know me, I'm John from Seller Candy. So what we make it so you never need to talk to seller support again. So if you're having issues with anything from tickets, cases, flat files, plans of action, account health issues, whatever issue you're having, check out sellercandy.com and book a call with one of our team to see if we can help you on an ongoing basis or a one-off basis. And finally, tip number 4, this is the time you can look at unsexy, large or breakable products. So, a lot of us, when we get going, first couple of products, we want something that's quick, small, easy to ship, something that we can get live. And also we're not worried about restocking or being expensive. Once you've got some success and we've got these payment terms or we're negotiating with a supplier, that's when we can start talking about large products, breakable products like glass, things which other people would think are uncool or more difficult to do. Because this enhanced relationship is going to give you the ability to negotiate and look at packaging and make sure that they're not going to ship it in a way that everything breaks on the other end, because it's not in their interest to mess up this relationship. So some ideas for that would be glass, weighted blankets. Don't do weighted blankets. It was a great opportunity 5 years ago. We no longer sell weighted blankets. We had to liquidate some of that inventory. But yeah, take that with it, what you want, and check out that supplier catalog and see what they've got.
Yeah, I like the idea of taking on riskier products to sell, because like what you mentioned in the beginning of this video, if you have a lower MOQ and you can order like 10 or 20 units just to test them on Amazon, you're less risk intensive there. And maybe your manufacturer is willing to help you out because you have the relationship with them.
Yeah, I've seen it in the past where manufacturers have said, literally take on consignment 20 of everything, because they just want to move inventory. And and it's great when you have that kind of relationship.
Yeah, for sure.
And it makes such a big difference, especially with payment terms as you grow, because you've got the terms then. We can talk another video about negotiating payment terms, but the difference in cash flow and the difference in the amount of money you need in the business is life-changing if you get 30, 60, 90-day payment terms and you can sell the stuff almost at the time you pay for it.
That'd be awesome.
Love it. So, thank you so much, Ian, for being on this video, and see you again soon.
Thank you. Have a good one.